It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features the Saints' superstar running back. He's been guided by his field vision all season and has seen his way to 5th in the league in rushing. It's the Saints and the
time for
all
football.
That and more coming
As
up
we
next
welcome you
on
to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another. And I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other. They study each other. They work together in the off seasons.
The kicker, Blake Grupe, set to start it. And off we go from the Superdome. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. If he does that, I'll tell you what, I really like their chances.
2nd and a yard. Play action now. It's Murray. That's caught downfield by Harrison. 14 on the pickup. It's an Arizona first down. From the shotgun, it's Murray. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Murray now on 2nd down. He completes this one to Mallory. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. To throw again is Murray. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
So on 4th down, on comes Michael Dixon to punt. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
On 2nd down, they run the counter. Past the 45. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 79 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Blake Grupe comes on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Saints will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Cards offense and Braylon Allen ready to take over again. And as we take a look at league leaders in receiving touchdowns by the running backs, he's right up there among the best in the league. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. First and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Not much. Second and long coming up. Working out of the gun, Murray. He's going to keep it himself. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Second and goal. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line. Third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get in. They make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown. So they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
The Saints offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Going for it all. He's got it! And he's going to take this one all the way. 93 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. A Huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a first down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Cardinals offense ready to get back to work. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. To the outside, he's got Harrison. A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. 2nd down and 3. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
On the give, this is Allen. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. To throw is Murray. That's caught. It's Braylon Allen.
Really nice play recognition there by the defense. They sensed the quarterback had nowhere to go downfield, and that ball was going to be checked down. The moment that ball hit the running back's hands, there was nowhere to go.
One quarter in the books. 14-0 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. The motion man is Nakua. Now they'll set up to throw. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. Up the middle they go. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Buda Baker active and making the tackle there. 2nd and 7. The motion man is Nakua. They'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Ross. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down. A pickup of 8. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line. He'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Allen. And he'll get this past the 25, out to the 27. A pickup of 7. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Now it's Murray. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket. When the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Murray looking to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Back to throw is Murray. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now, as he is on to punt for Arizona. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. That one brought in by Nakua. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Still 3rd down.
Penalty yardage moves them closer for this 3rd down attempt. It is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. It's a zone read, and Murray hanging on to it. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. On the handoff, it's Allen. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They go back to Allen. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Murray now. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket. And with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
This will be returnable from his own 15. The Cardinals offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Murray will throw. They'll try to set up the screen here with Allen. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the gun, it's Murray. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
That is fielded at the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Saints offense. And their running back getting ready to go back to work. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. He's going to take a shot down the field. A dive, and he's got it. What an effort. What a catch. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 55 yards on the game.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this 1st half. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. A toss left side caught by his running back.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up. Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most. And I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The 1st half has come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back.
And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Saints offense and their running back set to go once more. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a 1st down to go with.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Saints. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The visitors' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Not much room to operate there. He'll get only to about the 24. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, Murray. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Cardinals.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Murray. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Play action now. It's Murray. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen. The Cardinals lining up for a punt as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Ross. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Try to pick this one up on the ground. This will be a Saints first down as the tackle's made at the 23-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. The Saints will punt this one away. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Murray. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Murray now on 2nd down. He completes this one to Mallory. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. On 2nd down, Murray. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Murray's going to throw again. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the RPO, it's Nakua. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, New Orleans.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the
Here's 1st and 10. The motion man is Nakua. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Woo! And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. He'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. He runs with it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
And that ball incomplete over the middle.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. Now Murray. They'll try to set up the screen. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Saints have got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Drive will start on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Out quickly to Nakua. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Working out of the gun, Murray. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
The Cardinals line up for a punt as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
Not much happening there. Just a short game. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff, running right. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Following the penalty, they'll run it. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 12.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple yards shy of the 1st down. And here comes 4th down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Saints will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cards offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
2nd down, Murray. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Hunt team out, ready to send this one away. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So this one, a win for the Saints. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped. as they remain unbeaten in the month of November. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.